one of the most common reasons why patients finally come in to see me because of their shoulder pain is because they can't sleep at night. This is also the most common reason patients choose to have an operation for whatever is bothering their shoulder. Sleep is so crucial to our overall well-being as human beings. I mean, it's just, if you can't sleep at night, your whole life is just terrible. I mean, there's just no way around that. So I think when people's shoulder pain gets to that point where they're not able to sleep through the night, that's when they finally, it's like the straw that breaks the camel's back and say, I got to go in and see someone. So a lot of times when someone comes and sees me, we go through their problem and what the treatments are, but then I get the question, doc, what am I supposed to do to sleep at night, right? And so here are kind of my overall, my philosophy or my way to try as best I can to give you over-the-counter and natural methods to help you sleep through the night. So let's start with medications, right? So a powerful cocktail of medicines that you can create to treat your pain over the counter would be to take, if you're an adult and you don't have any contraindications, right? Which would be being on things like blood thinners, GI issues like stomach issues or kidney issues would be ibuprofen. And also if you're not taking any other NSAIDs too. So, but ibuprofen or Advil is over the counter. You can take up to 4 of these at once, right? If prescribed by a physician. So you can take up to 4 ibuprofen at once, as long as you don't have any reasons why you can't take ibuprofen. Your primary doctor said you can. Take that before bed. You can also stack that with Tylenol. So you can take 2 Tylenol at a time. So you can do 4 ibuprofen plus 2 Tylenol. That's pretty strong, and both over the counter. I also tell patients they can add melatonin to this. You can take a couple of melatonin gummies. Those are over the counter. Those will help get you to sleep. In addition to ibuprofen, Tylenol, and melatonin, CBD is over the counter now. CBD has shown to be very effective in many studies at decreasing pain and helping patients sleep. You can get it from various sources. The hard thing about CBD, it's not tightly regulated, but it is over the counter. It is very safe. There are very few side effects. There's way more side effects with Tylenol or ibuprofen than there are with CBD. So I understand being worried about the safety of certain things, but out of most of the medications you can get over the counter as an analgesic, it's probably in the safer tier per all the studies that have been done on it. So CBD, and you can take it orally, or you can also get creams. Another one that I actually have used myself before, and it works well, is something called magnesium cream. You can get magnesium creams at the pharmacy. You can get them on Amazon. So that's 5 different really medications. So CBD, melatonin, magnesium creams, Tylenol, and ibuprofen, all 5 of those things you can do at once, honestly, because all of them act with different mechanisms, and that can be powerful to decrease your pain. The magnesium cream, you just rub it into your shoulder. Another one that's underlooked a lot or underutilized, I think, is ice. Ice is powerful to decrease pain. Ice your shoulder down before you go to bed. You can do, some people want to do heat. I always tell patients, if you want to do heat, combine it with ice, because heat brings blood flow and inflammation. And a lot of times that can make your pain, while it can loosen up kind of a stiff joint, you don't want to do that right before bed because it brings blood flow to the joint and can increase inflammation and swelling there. So it's good to heat something up before you exercise, but when you're trying to calm down, ice is probably better. If you're going to do heat, do a combo and finish with ice. So like 5 minutes heat, 5 minutes ice. You can also do contrast bathing, where you go from like a hot tub to a cold pool, or like a hot bath to a cold shower. Those types of things can be really powerful to decrease your pain. Speaking of cold, like cold showers, and this may sound crazy, but getting into a tub of like ice water, like an ice bath before bed for like 10 to 15 minutes, if you can stand it, will like decrease the inflammation in your body massively, and it will make you very tired. Another thing, just general sleep hygiene is, no screens before bed. So, don't watch any television, look at your iPhone, look at your computer. Try to do it at least an hour before bed, or at least a half hour, but really an hour is best. The blue lights that come from, there's blue wavelength light that comes from most of our devices, and it disrupts your circadian rhythms. So it actually makes your mind think that you're in daylight. And so it disrupts your ability to the natural biorhythms of, our minds. When we see that the sun goes down, our body starts to release chemicals that tell us to sleep. And if we look at devices, it disrupts that. So it thinks we should be awake. So no screens before bed. What should you replace that with? Well, you could talk to your wife, talk to your kids. That's always good. Also, you could do reading a book, journaling, There are certain devices and glasses that you can wear if you have to work before bed that block blue light, so that you can invest in one of those if you want to. I like to just read and journal, honestly. I think that's, or kind of plan my next day with a piece of paper. And then another thing is meditating. I think meditating on a regular basis helps calm your mind. And I'm talking 5 to 10 minutes a day of just following your breath, or taking a walk. Look into meditation. There's a lot of different ways to meditate, but just try to fit 5 to 10 minutes quietly each day to help calm your mind. Because if you can do that, it'll help you kind of deal with the pain that you're dealing with at night better, and kind of compartmentalize it and not allow it to crank up your anxiety and your frustration, which then stresses you out and then makes you feel the pain more. So, all these things combined, I think, the goal is to try to fix your problem permanently so we're not dealing with it. But in the interim, while we're trying to fix your shoulder, these are my best tools that I have, short of giving you prescription pain medicines, which come with a whole laundry list of problems that I don't like to use those to help people sleep through the night. And when you use those types of drugs to sleep through the night, you really don't get restful sleep. Yes, you knock yourself out, or if you have like a couple of drinks of alcohol before bed, or pain medicine, yes, you do sleep, but you don't get restful sleep. So you wake up and you still feel like you didn't sleep. So it's not really, it gets you through the night, but it's not really doing its job, what sleep's meant to do, which is help us rest and recuperate so we can perform at our best each day. So those are my sleep advice tips for shoulder pain. Thanks.